Gotta talk fast. Gotta talk fast. Gotta talk faster, faster, faster. Gotta talk fast.
Welcome to an oral review of Archie Comics' Sonic the Hedgehog, reminding you that tear gas and pepper balls are no joke. They may be less than lethal, but they still hurt like hell. They are literally chemical weapons banned by the Geneva Convention. Is that true?
That is true. And it is often a point of contention amongst, I've read that amongst officers, it's like when they're introduced to like why they don't use tear gas, and like, wait a second, we use it on our own citizens, but we can't use it in warfare. It's like, no, it's banned by the Geneva Convention. It's a literal chemical weapon. And then they do back and forth on that for a while, and then they accept it because they need to be officers in the military. So yeah, it's a literal chemical weapon. Yeah.
Rad.
Yes.
That is all I can say.
Yes.
If you or someone you know is caught in a crowd control chemical attack, immediately remove them from the scene. Irritants hang in the air for some time, so you may need to move several hundred feet away. Pay attention to wind. Flushing the eyes with water is best way to help someone. Milk does not help. I say again, milk does not help. Milk combats the chemical capsaicin.
Yeah.
Is that right? In chili, pepper, and hot sauce. This is not what is used in tear gas, pepper spray, or pepper balls. Use water because it is cheap, doesn't expire as easily, and physically flushes out the chemicals. If you are concerned about crowd control chemical weapons being used near you, wear fully enclosed safety goggles and N95 masks, if not fully filtered respirators. I'm Nick, and except for this intro, I wrote the script.
And I'm Dominic, and except for this intro, I haven't read any of today's script. And yeah, I've had personal experience with tear gas and pepper balls, and it really is just not fun. It is not a good time. If you ever thought to yourself, for whatever reason in your life, you look at tear gas, it's like, I could take it. No, you can't. You can't. The human body just can't.
Yeah.
And
I guess the question I have is, do you think Robotnik uses tear gas on the freedom fighters, or do you think that's a bridge too far?
Well, the thing with tear gas is that is a less than lethal. So it is meant to be used in place of just executing people by shooting them with a bullet. So I feel like at this stage, Robotnik would just use a bullet or a laser or some kind of smashing machine. But in terms, in terms of less than lethals, in terms of chemical weapons, I don't. Maybe like sarin gas. That's a lethal chemical weapon, as opposed to a less than lethal.
Is that the gas they use in The Rock?
I think so. The movie The Rock by
Michael Bay.
Michael Bay, yes.
Starring
Sean Connery
and Sean Connery.
Yes.
I know. But if you're sitting here being like, wait, that's the real gas. Yes, sarin gas is real, but they changed the symptoms in the movie to make it more high stakes. Sarin gas does not literally melt your skin off.
But it is lethal.
Yes.
It is. So, it is lethal.
Yeah.
Don't be comforted by that.
Well, I mean, if you're going to die, I would rather die not having my skin melted off, you know? I mean, I'd just rather not die, but I mean, if we're choosing between skin melt off or not.
No, you honestly, like, in terms of like chemical weapons, you really need to like protect yourself, much like federal agents do in full, like big, bulky tactical gear and gas masks. They use comm systems, by the way, obviously like communications to each other. But if they want to talk to someone, like a protester, for instance, they have like an intercom system. So it literally sounds like the bad guys, the civil protection from Half-Life 2, where it's like it sounds like they're talking through an intercom system, and it's like dehumanizing, and it's messed up. Much like the combots, which are like the Mark II, swap bots that not literally, but the upgraded swap bots that Robotnik uses, and we'll talk about very shortly.
I don't know if I agree with the term upgraded, but I get why you said it.
I think they're upgraded. I think they straight up say they're like better than these.
Oh, I know they're supposed to be.
But are they?
I think you're falling for Robotnik propaganda.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we are reading Archie Comics Sonic the Hedgehog number 38. Cover date, September of 1996. Release date, June of 1996. The Rise of Robotropolis, ellipses, The Fall of Sonic, Part 1. Script by Kent Taylor and pencils by Manny Galan. That's how I'm going to go with it. And I don't think we've seen these people before in terms of helming a story. Maybe they've done work on the side for like a splash page or something, but I have not personally. Those don't ring a bell to me.
Okay, so Kent Taylor is a pen name, and it's Scott Fulop.
Oh, straight up. So I guess we have seen them before. I wonder why they would use a pen name.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he just wasn't super happy with this one, and he was just like, you know what? We're gonna just pretend this is something
Taylor,
not me.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Is Kent Taylor the Alan Smithy of comic books? If you know what that is.
The name is very familiar.
Yeah, so
I don't know.
Alan Smithy is a made-up name where if a film director wants to disavow their work for whatever reason, they use the name Alan Smithy.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. You have heard of this before, yeah. Here we go. The sky is dark. Rain is falling onto the ruins of Robotropolis. One can only assume that the sky is weeping. The earthquake that struck in the previous issue has laid waste to the once great city. Sonic, Tails, and Antoine are scouting the ruins so that they can give a first-hand account of the city and its condition to Sally. As the three sneak through the city, they are spotted by a combot. The combot, for those who don't remember, appeared in issue 34 of the Sonic Archie series. They were created by Robotnik and were supposedly far superior to SWATbots in strength. However, their intelligence was a little lower, as Uncle Chuck was able to program the combots to march off a cliff to their deaths. The three engage in the combot. Is that an intentional pun? Okay. The three engage in combat with the combot. Sonic and Tails execute maneuver S-461. This maneuver is grabbing Antoine, flying to extreme heights, and dropping Antoine on their enemies. Perfect. No notes. There's technically more to the plan, but it's moot. As the storm and battle rage on, Mother Nature miraculously responds to a summons. But whose side is she really on? A bolt of lightning strikes the combot, exploding them. The force of the explosion knocks Sonic back and to the ground. He has X's over his eyes. Tails flies off to get help. Everyone, I have bad news. Sonic the Hedgehog is dead. End of part 1.
I just want everyone to know that I thought of, I couldn't make it work. When I said that the point is moot, Sonic's plan after Antoine is just dropped on a combot is to kick him, and I was trying to work moot and boot.
Yeah.
It didn't come out well, so I just gave up. But just know that's why I used the word moot, is I was trying to set up a joke.
I mean, that's a perfectly fine. That's a perfectly normal turn of phrase. That's fine.
Could have been better though. That's my problem.
That's your problem. If you don't do it successfully the first time, you give up. That's your problem.
That's true. Well, then wait. That doesn't make sense because how are we still doing this podcast?
Yeah. And literally every Let's Play we've done, we have recorded twice because of some technical issue.
I don't think we recorded
everything twice.
CD. Are you sure we re-recorded CD?
I'd believe it if we did. I don't remember now. Anyway, find that on our YouTube channel.
I'm gonna say I used kind of flowery language to describe the ruins of Robotropolis. This city is not ruined. It is perfectly fine. This earthquake did fucking jack shit to this city. It's got skyscrapers still up. Buildings are perfectly fine. I That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, it happens later, but there are scenes where it cuts to building, like details of buildings on the outsides of buildings, and no damage whatsoever. Like in this first part of this whole issue of this story arc here, you can see a little bit of detail where there's a little bit of damage. Not
it
really.
Looks. I'm not even going to say it looks like
barely.
damage. It just looks dingy, which I think that's just Robotropolis.
Correct, because Robotnik has proven to really like pollution. So you're right. The environmental storytelling here betrays what they're saying.
Exactly.
But I do want to say this exceeded my expectation, where it's like, they're just going to hand wave the earthquake thing. No, it continues into the next issue. So kudos to the team for actually sticking with it.
Yep, that was. I mean, we'll come back to it, but that was my first thought too. Was like, oh, we're actually going to deal with this. There's a certain panel I want to call out. It is the last panel of
Yes,
this issue. I don't know how to describe this to our audio listeners. It looks like Tails is flying off to go grab help to go see if he can somehow save Sonic, right? Mm-hmm. And it's a close-up of Tails flying away, and he looks like he is taking the biggest shit of his life, and he's like fighting for his life on the toilet. That's what he looks like as he flies off.
Like, imagine the worst shit of your life. We've all had it. Imagine the worst dump of your entire life. It's painful.
It's just
hurting.
too big.
It's just too
tearing.
Big. Yeah, and that's what he looks. I was gonna say it looks like he just got tear gassed, but you're right. It does look like he's taking a massive dump.
This dude's taking a massive dump. He's.
I also want to point out that in the immediate previous panel to the left. It's on our screen right now, but I'll describe it. Tails has significantly less detail around his eyes, on his face, and then the next panel. I understand. Look, I'm not criticizing it. I'm just pointing out how it's funny that the detail ups. It's like how Ren and Stimpy and then SpongeBob stole this gag.
Oh, Ren and Stimpy is perfect example of like when they do those really gross close-ups.
Yeah,
and it's too detailed. That's exactly what happened here. Is you have the normal-looking Tails, and then the next one is like a close-up of Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah, which I think is just pretty funny. I also want to point out this is some nitpick things, genuine nitpick things, not the things that just shatter our perception of the story. There's one line where Sonic said the explosion. Sonic says, "Fire in the hole," and Antoine says, "Where is this? Where is this hole? I don't know." And where is this hole? And it's like, bro, you're the head of the military for this group.
Yeah, you're the one person who should know.
That is one of the most famous sayings in military life is "fire in the hole." I think everyone knows what that means. And also, yeah, you're in charge of the military.
Well, I mean, I didn't call it out, and I know. I don't know. He brings a sword. And I'm like, what are you going to do with a sword? All of these, like, robots shoot guns.
Yeah. A literal sword to a gunfight, yeah.
Yeah. But that's, I mean...
As if he has the strength.
That's not an actual
as if he has the strength to, like, cut through this hardened steel or whatever these combots are made out of.
I think we all know what the combots are made out of.
Have we... what?
It's like titanium, I think.
Okay.
I was going to make a cum joke, but that's going to come
I was thinking it. But anyway. Let's see. What else here? The maneuver 4... What is it called? S-461.
S4,
pretty funny. Yeah. That's a pretty good gag.
It's a good move. It's a good gag.
Like they genuinely have, like in the most recent Superman movie where Lex Luthor is just shouting out all the moves to Ultraman or whatever his name is. Mm-hmm. And like this is a similar thing where it's like Sonic's like, "Hey Tails, that thing we discussed, do it." And it's just dunking on Antoine again.
Well, my personal favorite part of this bit is the fact that Antoine has no clue what's going on.
Yeah.
So that means Sonic and Tails sat down, came up with maneuvers, and I assume Sonic came up with the plan. And he was just like, "Hey, if I ever say S461, I need you to pick up Antoine and just drop him on someone." which is like just so impractical. And so also there's probably like, I don't know, a trash can or something nearby that he could like grab that would actually probably do more damage.
I mean, we know there's no rubble because the city is totally fine.
Right.
No, I think could this story have been the inspiration for Sonic Heroes when in flight mode you can throw the people that because in Sonic Heroes the team of 3 for every team. And the flight character carries the other 2. So you have Cream the Rabbit carrying Big the Cat, which is really funny. And you can throw Big the Cat as Cream the Rabbit and throw Big the Cat at enemies.
That sounds... I mean, I haven't played Sonic Heroes, but that sounds like good gameplay to me.
It's silly. It's really silly. Now, some really good faces here. And we don't compliment the visuals enough here on the show, so I just wanted to take some of that moment. You're right. He absolutely looks like he's taking a big old dump. Did I tell you that one time I passed out taking a shit?
What I love about you, Dominic, is you just have no shame, and I'm here for it.
It's funny. It's funny.
No, can you tell me about the time you took a shit and you passed out?
Yeah. So thankfully I was on the toilet first and foremost, but he's laughing. You can't hear it, but he's laughing.
It didn't even occur to me that maybe you're like taking a shit in the woods or something.
Or like I was just at the DMV.
Yeah. Yeah. Was this at home or?
This was at home, thankfully. Thankfully, this is at home.
Okay, thank God.
But so it was like 2 a.m. I had fallen asleep on the couch, as I do every so often. And in the middle of the night, I just woke up suddenly and I shot up. I stood up quickly, and then I walked to the bathroom, sat down, and just started, doing the number 2. And in that quick succession of maneuvers, I began to feel extremely lightheaded, very lightheaded, more than I had ever felt before in my life, to the point where I called 911. Because it felt like I was suffering something terrible. And it's one of those things where it's like, oh, should I call 911? No, it's like, it's that thing in your head that goes, no, call the ambulance. Like you will know when you feel something on that level. And I was feeling it on that level. And I was taken to the hospital on a stretcher. And thankfully I was able to, by the time the ambulance came, I was already like halfway recovered. I was able to wash my hands and, be okay. And then when the doctors looked at me, they did some tests and whatever, they came back and said, yeah, so this usually happens in old people. But what happened was that you activated this nerve that effectively you cut off some kind of blood flow or whatever, and you effectively passed out. And again, it usually happens not to people in their late 20s, but usually to very old people, usually in nursing homes. So I am an old soul, is what I'm saying. An old soul with an equally as old sphincter, I guess.
Do you know? Does that mean? Do you have a high chance of this happening a lot when you're older?
Potentially. That was not diagnosed or communicated to me, but I am presuming that I need to be careful. I think it was also a combination of, as I said in the story, I woke up, shot up immediately from lying down on the couch, stood up quickly.
So you probably did it too quickly and
yes.
had a blood pressure thing happening already.
I think that's what had happened, because I've done that before, where I just, after like I'm gaming for like 6 hours or what, that was happening to me when I was in high school, where I could do that, right? Playing Fallout 3 for like hours, not doing anything, and then suddenly, oh, I should get up. I get up and then I just like almost collapse because it was the head rush. So it was a combination, I think, of all of those things happening at once.
It sounds like you might need to put a bunch of pillows in your bathroom just in case this happens again.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. Honestly, I do get up slowly now when I get up.
You only need to pass out while shitting once to make sure you don't make that mistake twice.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, that $3,000 ambulance bill was something else.
I mean, yeah, that's
not a joke, by the way. I paid $3,000 to take a shit out of pocket. It wasn't covered. Yeah.
You ready for part 2?
Anything I need to take a dump? No, yeah, I'm ready. So, the rise of Robotropolis, ellipses, the fall of Sonic, part 2. Oh, and by the way, when I say ellipses is ... That's what it's called in English, in written language. The news
is it called something else? Would people not know that?
Just some people genuinely don't know, and they just go their whole life saying ... Which happened to me in college.
Okay.
I was like, oh shit, it has a name. I figured that out. Okay. The news of Sonic the Hedgehog's death has been greatly exaggerated. He is awake, but in a daze. Tails flies in with Rotor, Sally, and Buns. Time has passed. The sun is out now. The storm has passed. Sonic immediately decides to run off to continue fighting some combots. He starts running, but trips and falls. Sonic gets up and starts...
you might say he got up a little too fast.
Yeah, I had that joke in the back of my head. Sonic gets up and starts running off again. However, he's not running very fast. In fact, Sonic is running at normal speed. Rotor pipes up. A possible theory is that the unknown energy powering that combat, which is combined with and was exploded by the electrical storm, somehow bathed you in a field of... I almost thought that said Antifa for a second. I'm so sorry. But
in a field of Antifa.
Antifa field. Dude, so hey, I cover protests in Chicago. Whenever there's like 100 or more protesters in the loop, it just naturally creates this field of Antifa.
This Antifa field.
Antifa field. No, you wrote it correctly. And then
all the cops start moving slower.
Yeah, it's like a debuff for law enforcement. That's why you need to work together. No, okay, so for the record, Nick did write it correctly. I just my mind was reading things. Oh boy. Somehow bathed you in a field of anti-inertia negative energy, resulting in your speed loss. Is this a real theory? Or is Rotor just throwing shit at the wall just to seem smart? We'll never know. Nicole, Sally's mobile supercomputer that she keeps in her pocket, starts to speak. Observation. Since mystic power rings provide Sonic with extra power, in theory the possession of numerous rings may restore his speed. Everyone agrees with the plan and heads off, looking for more rings. On the outskirts of Knothole Village, the group wanders, looking for some rings. Unfortunately for them, 3 combots have been watching from afar, waiting for the perfect time to strike. They attack, ambushing the freedom fighters. Rotor and Antoine are instantly taken out by some sort of white goop. Buns is able to go-go gadget a single punch before getting sprayed in the face with some knockout gas, and Tails is captured with a net instantly. One of the combots has what I will call scorpion powers from Mortal Kombat. A mechanical rope circles around Sally, taking her out instantly. What a middling performance from the freedom fighters. Sonic is the only one left. He throws a power ring at one of the combots. It explodes, knocking Sonic into a lake. The combots fly off with the freedom fighters, with Sonic the Hedgehog laying at the bottom of a lake. I'm sorry to report that Sonic the Hedgehog is dead. End of part 2.
Yeah, I don't understand. I feel like Rotor is just making shit up, and everyone is just really, really, really dumb.
I do, the 100% that is what's happening. It really does feel like that's what's happening. I'm with you there. I will relate to this a little bit, where it's like, because like in my friend group, particularly friends where it's like they don't listen to jazz, I'm like the default jazz guy, where it's like, hey, I heard something about jazz. Dominic, do you know about this? And I'll come around and say I usually don't know some of the time. if I don't. But at first I'll be like, well, yeah, I heard something about this or other. And then like within like a couple minutes, I'm like, but ultimately I don't know.
Yeah, he's just like, a possible theory is that the unknown energy powering that combat was combined with an honestly, I think it's the fact that he said electrical storm that really like threw me. Like the dude was struck by lightning, and then on top of it, he's like anti-inertia. Like that's not. This dude is just making fucking shit up.
Yeah, I mean, knowing this comic, that is actually what is happening. Because
I know that's what's happening, but he just made that up.
Yeah. Let's see what else here. I will slightly contend your saying how the freedom fighters didn't have a great performance. I mean, you're right. They didn't have a great performance because they lost, but they were ambushed, and tactics like that are extremely effective, especially when your enemy has cloaking, right? Active camo. Active cloaking.
Yeah, I guess I didn't make that clear. The three combats were invisible, and then
they look like combats without lines, don't they?
Yeah, and then while invisible, they gooped Rotor and Antoine with a bunch of white, thick liquid.
Yeah, did they explain that? Because there is an onomatopoeia, which is that, like in Batman where it's like biff, bam, pow. There is an onomatopoeia on the comic page, and it's gloop. It looks like gloof, but I think the F is the P is covered slightly by a droplet, so it looks like gloof. But I'm pretty sure it's gloop with a P.
Well, maybe it is gloop.
I
thought it was gloof.
I think,
but the other one's glub.
Gloop and glub, man. Honestly, those sound like characters that we'll see at some point. Yeah. I'm just going to assume it's like some... I don't know. Dude, I don't freaking know what that could be other than water. I mean, it's not water.
We all know it's cum.
Yeah.
It's cum. Let's be adults about it.
Whose is it?
I assume it's Robotnik's. He just has a machine that extracts it. And then every morning, these cum bots literally fill themselves up with Robotnik's cum and uses it as a weapon.
We've made the joke before. It's like how Master Chief. It's surmised that Master Chief has a jack-off machine in his Spartan armor.
Yeah, he's always being sucked off. Yeah.
So maybe Robotnik has the same thing. Oh my God. Of course. Yeah.
Come on. If you're that smart, that is the first thing you make. Like, let's be real here. You make that machine, and then what you do is you take over Mobius. That's just, I'm sorry, it's just step one of your plan. Yeah. If you're as smart as Robotnik, that's your fucking start. Because that way you can just always be edging.
Or you always have clarity of mind. Think of how clear you think, right? If you're just constantly getting off like that.
No, I just have shame.
Really? When you finish, you're not like,
no,
hell yeah.
I don't.
No? Oh, okay.
Hell yeah, no, I actually do say hell yeah every time I finish. It's normally why women only have sex with me once. And then they're too embarrassed to have sex with me again.
This is like one of the filthiest episodes we've recorded yet. between shitting, coming, and chemical weapons.
You know what? And it's not over yet.
Oh my God! If it wasn't for the word "coming," that would be the title of our episode: "Shitting, Coming, and Chemical Weapons." All right.
That's the name of my memoir. Oh, I should say, I don't know if I don't think it's very clear. So Sonic threw his power ring into the combat.
Thank you. Yes.
Destroyed the combat. When they left, they took the destroyed combat with them.
Yes, so
the combats have a power ring.
Yes, that is explicitly stated and shown.
Yeah.
It is kind of funny. Like, have we ever seen a ring being used as a weapon itself?
No, that was actually pretty cool. I liked
enjoyed that. Yeah, that was sick. It's like that one thing. It's like, remember in Superman 2 with Christopher Reeves, where it's like he takes the S and he just throws it at the. We might have talked about this before, but like he takes his S on his Superman and just like wraps one of the General Zod's guys with his Superman S, and it's like, oh, it's a plastic wrap. I didn't know that was a thing.
I actually don't. It's been a pretty long time since I've seen Superman 2.
Yeah, so this is the Fortress of Solitude, I think towards the ending of the Superman 2, and it's 1v3 Superman versus Zod and his gang. And he just takes his just out of nowhere, does this motion, and then like throws a transparent Superman S with like the yellow wrap around it, and it just like wraps the guy in saran wrap, but it's like the Superman S. And it's like, where the fuck did that come from? Again, we may have talked about it before.
That's just Superman in general. It's just like, I don't know where he'll be able to like have a new power.
Yeah, honestly, yes, that was a new one for me. Okay, here we go. Part 3. Sonic is brought to the surface by Penelope, the platypus, who was a part of the team I dubbed the Junior Freedom Fighters that was introduced in Princess Sally's miniseries. She brings Sonic up to land when Arlo the armadillo, Dylan the porcupine, and most importantly, our boy Hamlin shows up. The four of them saw the battle that took place over a spy cam and rushed over to help. Luckily, this lake just happened to be the Ring of Lakes, which, as we all know, spits out 1 ring of power a day. Sonic may have lost 1 ring in the battle, but gained 1 from the lake just now. We cut to the Junior Freedom Fighters, who are perhaps not so junior anymore, inside an abandoned shack outside of Robotropolis. The scene is lit in such a way where it seems like these guys are coming up with the perfect heist. Dingy room lit by an exposed light bulb hanging over the table with blueprints laid out. The Junior Freedom Fighters aren't alone. They are accompanied by Sonic, Sleuth Doggy Dog, and Kix-a-Lot from issue 27. And some new guy who's a fly, and his name is Fly Freddy. A quick moment of silence so that you can really sit and appreciate the names that were just listed. We didn't make those up. Those were real names. Fly Freddy starts coming up with a plan to rescue the Freedom Fighters. Ah, shit. Okay, that's the name. What's it sound like here? This is a
Google.
fly. This isn't a bee. This is a fly.
Google Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Look up what the fly guy sounds like.
I'm assuming this is the original 80s cartoon.
Yeah.
Fly.
Baxter is his name.
Baxter. Okay.
Baxter the Fly.
Baxter Stockman
Or you could have probably just done Baxter TMNT.
Gotcha. So it just sounds like Gollum from Lord of the Rings. Would that be accurate?
I mean, it's more, I would consider it like Krang.
From where?
From Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm not up to snuff with my TMNT lore.
No, it's okay. If you're relating to Golem, it's more of a high-pitched Golem.
I'm back in this dimension again.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. So Fly Freddy. This is Fly Freddy. It doesn't seem like also he's doing any of the buzzing things that I heard. Like he's not like buzzing actively in his voice. It's just a normal voice.
It literally says buzz.
No, I'm sorry. Fly Freddy is, but Baxter the Fly wasn't, right? You tell me.
It might have been the clip you saw. I feel like he is.
He is? Okay, I take it back. I don't know. I've literally saw like 10 seconds of it. Okay, that's hard because okay.
You want to be a voice actor, don't you?
You're right.
I assume anything that ends in an S is like something you can like go into a buzz, right?
Okay, maybe, yeah. Our agents reveal that Robotnik's got our friends imprisoned in his secondary lab. Since Robotropolis hasn't been completely safeguarded yet, you can gain access via this air shaft. But to get to the shaft, you have to travel along this narrow maintenance pathway. How was that?
That was good. That was
good?
pretty solid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone breaks and heads out. We cut to Sonic, Hamlin, Penelope, Arlo, and Dylan, All of them are shimmying along the ledge of a skyscraper. The ledge breaks and Sonic falls, but Dylan quickly rescues Sonic, saving him from dying a third time this issue. We cut to our heroes in some air vents, shuffling along when Sonic opens up an air vent and everyone gets out. Suddenly, a spotlight appears on our heroes, and a voice we recognize all too well is heard. "Greetings, Hedgehog! Were you foolish enough to believe my defenses were so low I couldn't detect you? Or that through Snively's persuasive tactics I wouldn't discover your secret? I'm going to enjoy eliminating you all the more, now that you're powerless." Sonic retorts, "Listen, Blubberbutt, Snively's paid to act like an idiot. Why do you do it for free?" Combots! Destroy them now!" The Combots attack. Sonic is useless. He's able to dodge attacks, but it's only a matter of time before he's captured. The other freedom fighters around him have all been captured. It is at this moment that Sonic remembers he has had a ring of power in his backpack the whole time. What a silly goose. Still, what is he going to do with just 2 rings of power? But wait, that Combot that he destroyed earlier with a ring of power? That ring is still inside him. And guess where his destroyed body is? That's right, in this very room. How lucky. Sonic grabs the 3rd ring and gains his speed back. He spins super fast, turning into a little tornado and destroying all the Combots in the room. Sonic yells out to Robotnik, "Okay, Conehead, your bots are busted. My friends are free and your stories is ended." "Perhaps for today, and I did have such high hopes for my Combots. Pity." Robotnik activates a trapdoor from under him. "Yes, and just to make sure you don't steal any of my technology, I've set a bomb to go off. But I'm a sporting man. I'll give you a 60-second head start. And counting. Ta-ta!" Everyone rushes out to safety and the bomb explodes. No one is hurt. Sonic vows that he'll take on Robotnik again, and this time he'll choose the place. End of The Rise of Robotropolis, ellipses, The Fall of Sonic.
So I hate this.
Yeah, this is silly. It's all
obviously,
action, all filler. Yeah.
Yeah, well, not only that, it's just like it does the thing I hate the most, which is everyone is useless but Sonic.
Yes.
And that just really annoys me because I'm just like, we're supposed to be this like freedom fighting team. Like Sonic losing his powers is a fun little concept of being like, oh yeah, let's see how the freedom fighters fare on their own without Sonic being the main like leg of support, right? And we find out that they're useless and they're instantly captured. Like you said, granted, it was a surprise attack, but come on, like still like barely even a fight. And then it's like, okay, we introduced the new freedom fighters or the junior freedom fighters, whatever we want to call them, the trainees. And they're instantly taken out too. And it's like, okay, yeah, why even have anyone around then if they can't fucking do anything? And it annoys me that like Sonic isn't. He's always had his powers, right? So he should be the one most useless.
Yes.
Without his powers, because he doesn't know how to react like a normal person.
Yeah,
right?
he should not have been dodging anything. He should not have.
Like this is the moment where like the freedom fighter should be shining. Instead, it's still Sonic being the one that has to save the day and conveniently finds 3 rings, does a little tornado, and destroys everything in a like half second. And it's like, I don't know what these Combots are supposed to be because they are clearly not stronger than the SWAT bots. They have like some different weapons, but they're not intelligent. Or at least I don't understand their intelligent thing, right? Because last time they were able to it seemed like they didn't have agency and they were programmed to walk off a cliff. This time, it seems like they might have a little bit more agency.
They have more agency,
So
and
I'll
you know,
accept-
maybe with the being forced to walk off a cliff, that was like, oh, I did an override. So your agency is
Sure.
supersede. Like I don't remember if that was a story, but I can excuse
But
that.
I my pushback there and is until the combats were activated, they were all just standing at attention, not doing anything.
Sure.
And then they were activated, and then they were activated to walk off a cliff.
It's
right?
inconsistent overall. It's just inconsistent.
Yeah. So yeah.
I will say this is like where do you know One Punch Man?
I do know of One Punch Man.
Yeah.
I've never watched it, but I know the premise.
I've not read
Explain
it.
the premise for people who might not.
I've not read it. I've only seen the first season, I think. But yes, One Punch Man is a story, and the setup basically, very quickly, is that the main hero, Saitama, he can punch anything. He can kill anything in literally one punch. And the entire story is, the entire series is a joke on how like that rule is almost, to my knowledge, never broken. Literally, he always gets in a fight and he always defeats, no matter how insanely powerful the enemy is, he can always defeat them in one punch. And it's him grappling with like depression and misanthropness or whatever, because he's like, oh, I have no challenge anymore. I'm perfect. Like I can't be beaten by anything and whatever. But the story does play with like, okay, this is a constant. It never changes. He can always kill things in one punch. How do we play around that? And there's other characters. There's like a whole team of superheroes, and they have their time to shine whenever Saitama is off somewhere else doing something. There's a video game, and it's a fighting game. One Punch Man fighting game, but you never play as One Punch Man. Instead, you play as all the other heroes, and you fight all these other villains and monsters and whatever. And the goal of every single match in this fighting game is to buy enough time for Saitama to arrive, and then he wins immediately by killing them in one punch, which I think is a very funny twist on the fighting game genre. But
and so what you're saying is Sonic is pretty much the One Punch guy.
he is One Punch Man, or not necessarily. Yeah, a little bit. The metaphor isn't perfect, but effectively, what you were saying is that Sonic is out of commission, similar to how Saitama sometimes is taken out of stories altogether for whatever given reason. So now we can focus on these other characters. We do not focus on those other characters, and it's just a complete waste of time because hey, we got the Junior Freedom Fighters back. Hell yeah! And that, which just to accentuate, that is a made up. We gave them that name. That is not an official name, but the Junior Freedom Fighters, they are doing some fighting here, but it's all background stuff. It's like fluff and chaff. It's nothing serious all that much. You could argue that they do help in the sense that they rescue Sonic when he's in the pond and they first show up. But after that, it's nothing. We don't see anything with Fly Freddy or the two dogs undercover.
Doggy Dog,
Doggy Dogs.
Sleuth Doggy Dog, and Kick a Lot.
Kicks a lot, yeah, exactly. Which I believe is their canonical names. I mean, I guess you could argue that their purpose is intel because they're inside dogs. They're the inside guys,
Not outside dogs.
Yeah, they're indoor. That's funny. They're indoor dogs. But and where the hell does Fly Freddy go? Like I thought he was gonna do some shit. He looks like a freaking X-Man. He looks like Wolverine dressed up in those like shoulder pads. He looks like he's on Ginyu Force. Jesus Christ. And then he does nothing.
Yeah, those shoulder pads are doing a lot.
Yeah, it is kind of disturbing. Not disturbing. That's a me thing. But it's like not disturbing. I'll be fair with it. Where it's like, okay, insects can be the size of fully grown mammals. That's a thing. Okay, we have seen that before, I guess.
Well,
with
have we?
Terminator. But that was
That was
an experiment, though.
That was science. That was all science.
Yes, you're right. Fly Freddy, where the frick did this guy come from?
This is literally the first time we've seen an insect be anthropomorphic.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying.
He's in one full frame shot, and then one hand in the following frame or panel
with a really long finger.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. What the fuck? And it's just nothing. It just feels incomplete. It's like, why drop these things if you're not going to bring them back around? I guess you could say, oh, we're dropping them for a later issue. Don't do that. Please don't do that.
Yeah, back to the earthquake thing. We finally see like full shots of the city. Nothing is destroyed.
Nothing.
Like, I do not believe an earthquake even took place.
Glass is like completely intact. Not a single broken window.
Mm-hmm. So that just takes me out of it. Well, I guess it takes me out of it only because I was excited to see like the ruins of Robotropolis, and I was excited to see like what he was going to rebuild and how he was going to rebuild.
We completely dropped that plot point. We completely drop it. It's not even a visual goof. It's like, oh, the beginning was them. Oh yeah, let's check out what Robotnik's like while everything's messed up, and then completely drop it. I guess you could. What could be this is totally unfair to the sensibilities of good storytelling, but you could infer that, oh, Robotnik baited them and he was actually able to repair Robotropolis in record time because he's such a smart inventor and everything. And it's like, nah, that doesn't come off that way. It just seems like it just sounds like you dropped the plot point altogether.
Yep. Disappointing.
And it's like I appreciate action. I'm not saying I hate all action, but like, you gotta like that your story better be really good. It should have some consequences here, and it doesn't feel like there is really at all. There was one cool character moment. I will give credit where credit is due. I think this is page 12 or 12. Yes, where 12 after the title page, where they're shimmying across the along the edges of the skyscraper, and Sonic falls off. Dylan, the porcupine, saves him, and Dylan's like, let me do the voice. I have it in the Dylan voice. After all, since porcupines and hedgehogs are related, I wouldn't want to lose a family member. And it's a joke. But then Sonic bites back. You're no cousin of mine, Porky. We're just like, okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like out of nowhere and kind of uncalled for.
It's
like Sonic is just like low-key racist.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, when you say that, that is racist. And it's extra racist because it's like calling a Chinese person the N-word or something, where it's like, you're so racist, you missed the ball. And it's like you just got it wrong completely. But I do appreciate the character moment because it's like, oh, Sonic is frustrated here. And it's like, because he's like, he has completely lost his powers and he doesn't know how to do things anymore. And he's caught in this vulnerable moment where he falls off and he has to be saved by someone else. And
my pushback is this isn't a character moment. Well, maybe it is, but more so he's just a racist piece of shit.
Yeah.
So we're just seeing his true character.
Yeah. But
no, your interpretation is correct.
That again, did they mean to? I mean, I think they did mean for that to happen.
Yeah, I think so. That feels very purposeful.
Yes.
I do actually think that's exactly what happened.
So I'll give credit where credit is due right there. And in fact, in the last panel of that page, Penelope's like, "Come on, Sonic, this is no time for a quarrel. We're counting on your leadership." And Sonic thinks he's unstoppable. She's right. For all our sakes, we've got to keep our courage up. So a hint of vulnerability and a small character moment that ultimately is overshadowed by the rest of this kind of messy story. But I will give kudos there that Scott Fulop did under the pseudonym Ken Taylor did give it a shot there. So. Yeah. This is Bedtime Tails, created with care in the Mighty Mobius manner by Mike Kantornovich and Ken Penders, with John DiAgostino, Vicky Williams, and Barry Grossman. So just that's written. I read that right off the page.
No, we don't know who did what.
Yeah.
That's actually why I didn't include it in the script, because I was like, I don't know what this means.
Fair enough. Sonic is sick, laying in bed, and Tails walks into his room with a stack of comic books. ready to read to Sonic to make him feel better. The comic books? They are comics tales as drawn. They are made-up adventures of the Freedom Fighters. This is a parody of the Fantastic Four. We open on Sonic, Tails, Sally, and Rotor flying a spaceship when some solar winds knock into the spaceship, giving the team some superpowers. We cut to one of the many Fantastic Freedom Fighters adventures. This one opens on the Freedom Fighters being summoned by Sally. Sally has witnessed an alien spacecraft passing through an area of space she was monitoring. The two of them are trying to figure out where the spacecraft could be going when it lands right on top of their headquarters. Robotnicus appears, a cross between Robotnik and Galactus. What does Robotnicus sound like?
A more grandiose Robotnik.
Okay. Gotcha. That makes sense.
Maybe slower?
Okay. I'm with it. Let's just do that.
Does that?
Yeah, that makes sense. My quest for fine dining is at an end. This world should prove an exceptionally satisfying midday meal. So speaks Robotnicus.
I put a little echo on that.
Yeah. Sally screams out to her pals. Sounds like he's planning to eat the planet. You know the drill, Sonic. We'll hold him off till you get back. I hope. Sonic immediately comes back with a bag of Twinkies and feeds Robotnicus. He is insatiable and ends up eating several thousand bags. His appetite has been ruined and now has a tummy ache. Robotnicus flies off to get a seltzer and claims he'll be back for dinner. Tails asks Sonic how he liked the story, but Sonic is fast asleep. The next day, Tails has a cold, and Sonic is feeling better. So he creates a comic called Bat Sonic. The Dark Hog returns, and forces Tails to listen to his story while Tails is in bed. The end.
Do you think the dark hog is his penis?
Yeah, sure, why not?
He's just got a massive hog.
Imagine just regular Sonic the Hedgehog. Regular old Sonic the Hedgehog. All right? Mm-hmm. Now give him a penis. Give him a penis. What color is the penis? Blue or tan?
I think it's just dark.
What is dark? That's a shade, not a color.
Always in shadow. His penis has to be tan.
You think?
Based on all the Rule 34 I've looked up on his dick.
Fuck. God damn it. I was drinking water too when he said that. God damn it.
I mean, from an artist, like, obviously if you're drawing him, you'd want to give it more color, right? So you'd want it to be tan. If it's blue, it just kind of it doesn't stick out. So it's hard to tell what you're looking at, right?
Or is it just a darker shade of a lighter blue? Or darker shade of blue?
Nah.
Like it's different
tan.
From the blue.
It's gotta be tan.
You think it's tan?
Or better yet, I interpret it as white, and he wears gloves on his penis.
He's always wrapping it before he's tapping it. That's a good message. I mean, that's the real Sonic says that they never showed in the cartoon.
That's the real Sonic says. And remember, boys and girls.
And remember, kids.
I think we should call it there, man.
This is one of our most vulgar episodes yet, dude.
Yeah. This one was, well, it doesn't help that they name these fucking things combots. And every single time you said it, I thought cum. So
you were really saying cum. I was saying combots.
I was trying to say com. I guess I just have a broken mind.
Okay, let's end on a clean note.
Every single time I say com, it just comes on cum.
Okay,
what?
Clean note. Bat Sonic, I feel like it should have been Bat Hog. No, that wasn't a clean note. That wasn't a clean note.
Just his hog has wings.
He's got a goth
bat wings.
He's got a goth penis. Yeah. His penis listens to.
I do appreciate the fact they didn't go with the obvious Flash.
Sure.
I don't like the fact they went with Batman. I feel like they should have done something. I don't know, B tier.
Sure. Yeah.
Give me Plastic Man. Give me something like that.
Okay.
I think we need to end this episode. I think our fans has lost respect for us, which it was only a matter of time. And that's the episode.
I'm gonna cut that. We're gonna cut to you saying, "And that's the episode," and they won't know that joke.
I didn't even have it up. I was just like, I need to end this now. And that's the episode. Only 377 left to go. I'm Nick. I stream at twitch.tv/Mojosaurus and my personal blue skies at Mojosaurus.
And I'm Dominic. You can follow my jazz and people power adventures in the Chicagoland area. A lot of people power happening in Chicagoland right now. So you can check some of that out. And you can follow me on Blue Sky. Haven't been posting there. It is so hard to post. I don't know how Gen Z does it.
Poster.
It's so difficult. It's been said that one of the defining hallmarks of between Gen Z and millennials is that millennials are so purposeful in their posting, whereas Gen Zers are like, they just throw shit on the wall. And I'm thoroughly jealous and wish I could do that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
What I'll say is if anyone ever ats me or messages me, I'll probably respond. I'm just like, I don't have...
Tag
I
us.
I don't have anything in this shit. Yeah.
We will respond to tags, but in terms of like just coming up with some shit to say without content, it's difficult. Without like a given, thing, it's difficult. All right.
Yeah.
And you can follow me at DomGuan. Yeah.
You can follow us on socials at Gotta Talk Fast. TikTok is Gotta Talk Faster. We also have a video version of the podcast where you can follow along with panels and watch our handsome faces. You can write into the show at sonograms at gottatalkfast.com. Ask us questions, provide corrections, and give us your opinion on this week's issue. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. And remember, when life keeps going fast, you gotta talk fast and just get through it. That's it.
Gotta talk.
Gotta Talk Fast was written by Nick Folkerts and edited by Dominic Guanzon. Intro and outro themes recorded by Dominic Guanzon. Gotta Go Fast originally composed by Norman J. Grossfeld, Joseph Garrity, and Russell Velasquez.
Gotta talk. Gotta talk. Gotta talk. Gotta talk. Gotta talk. Fast. Gotta talk fast. Gotta talk fast. Gotta talk fast.